For centuries, Earth had watched the stars with quiet patience, knowing that out there, in the vast darkness of space, other worlds existed, some peaceful, others unknown. Humanity had grown strong but cautious, avoiding wars beyond its own planet and building colonies on distant planets that sparkled like distant gems in the black. But one cold, silent day, everything changed. A distant human colony on the edge of explored space sent a distress signal. Scrambled and broken but filled with fear, an alien fleet, known as the Varkari Empire, was attacking without mercy. The message was cut off abruptly, leaving Earth's leaders with chilling silence and a dreadful certainty. The Varkari, fierce and proud warriors with a reputation that spread across the stars, had come for humanity, and they were not asking for peace. In the command centers of Earth's major cities, alarms screamed and faces grew pale as the first images of the assault appeared on giant screens. Massive warships the size of mountains unleashed firestorms against human defenses, obliterating outposts that had stood for decades. Panic threatened to spread, but the people of Earth were not so easily broken. Scientists and engineers raced to prepare the Sentinel Array, a secret defense system built in deep orbit, designed to stop an enemy fleet in its tracks with unimaginable power. At the same time, generals coordinated fleets of smaller warships and fast, nimble fighters, ready to defend the planet with everything they had. Yet the threat was overwhelming. The Varkari ships moved with deadly precision, like a shadow that swallowed everything in its path. News channels broadcast the destruction live, and families clung to one another as reports came in. This was not just an attack, it was a declaration of war. But amid the growing fear, a voice rose from the heart of Earth's government. The new Earth leader, calm yet firm, addressed the entire galaxy in a bold, clear message broadcast through every available channel: attack again and be annihilated. This was no empty threat. Behind those words lay the promise of total destruction. Earth had been preparing in secret for this moment, and now it was ready to unleash its full strength. The Varkari commanders, receiving the message, paused for a moment, their pride bruised but their ambition unshaken. They sent envoys demanding surrender, certain that humanity would bow under their might. But Earth refused. Instead, the world's eyes turned to the stars, where the real battle was about to begin, and where humanity's fate would be decided. As Earth's defense systems came online, the night sky lit up with flashes of energy and beams of light, signaling the start of a war unlike any before. Fighter pilots strapped into their cockpits, hands trembling but hearts steady, knowing they fought not just for their lives, but for the survival of their species. Scientists watched monitors, showing data streaming in from distant sensors, analyzing enemy moves and searching for weaknesses. And somewhere deep within Earth's command centers, a plan began to take shape, a plan to turn the tide and show the galaxy that humanity would never be pushed down. Suspense built with every passing moment. As the Varkari fleet approached Earth's orbit again, larger and more determined than before. Would Earth's defenses hold? Could humanity's courage and technology withstand such a relentless enemy? The galaxy held its breath as the stars themselves seemed to tremble with the coming storm. And in that tense silence, Earth's final warning echoed louder than ever: attack again and be annihilated. The stars around Earth flickered with silent tension as the massive Varkari fleet regrouped after their initial devastating loss. They had underestimated humanity's power and spirit, but now, their pride hurt and their anger burning, they were ready for a second assault. The galaxy watched quietly, unsure if Earth could stand its ground or if this was the beginning of humanity's final days. Deep within Earth's orbital defense stations, the atmosphere was thick with urgency and determination. Fighter pilots paced nervously in their preparation bays, running last-minute checks on their ships, gripping their controls tightly and exchanging few words. Among them was Arya, a young pilot with sharp instincts and fierce courage. She had grown up hearing stories of Earth's past wars and the legendary bravery of its defenders, and now it was her turn to prove that human spirit could never be broken. As the fleet commanders on Earth issued orders, they knew that this battle would test everything: technology, training, and the will to fight. The Varkari ships appeared on the horizon again, vast and menacing, their dark hulls blotting out stars as they advanced with deadly intent. But Earth was ready. The Sentinel array, humming with raw power, glowed like a sleeping giant awakening. When the first wave of enemy fighters rushed toward Earth's defensive perimeter, the sky exploded with light and sound as missiles streaked through space and laser beams sliced through the void. Aria led her squadron with skill and bravery, weaving through enemy fire, striking where the Varkari least expected. Behind her, the AI drones worked in perfect harmony, their movements sharp and precise, supporting human pilots with unerring accuracy. Yet the battle was brutal and costly. Ships on both sides were lost, and the tension never eased. On Earth, civilians watched with a mixture of fear and pride as news feeds showed daring dogfights and heroic sacrifices. Amid the chaos, a team of scientists worked furiously to analyze captured Varkari technology, hoping to find a weakness they could exploit. Diplomats reached out across the galaxy, offering alliances to nearby civilizations who saw the danger if the Varkari were left unchecked. Slowly, support began to form. Some alien races, once indifferent or hostile to humanity, sent envoys promising aid, drawn by Earth's resolve and the clear proof that humanity would not be crushed easily. But even as new friends appeared, old enemies lurked. Within Earth's own ranks, whispers of sabotage spread. Someone was leaking secrets to the Varkari, risking everything for reasons no one understood. The betrayal threatened to unravel the fragile unity Earth depended on. Arya, caught in the midst of the battles and the growing intrigue, found herself drawn into a dangerous game beyond her fighter cockpit. As she completed mission after mission, saving comrades and turning the tide in small ways, she uncovered hints of the traitor's identity hidden in coded transmissions and secret meetings. The discovery put her life at risk, but also gave Earth's leaders hope that the conspiracy could be stopped before it destroyed them from within. Meanwhile, the Varkari fleet regrouped for a final strike on Earth's orbital defenses, determined to break the planet's will. The tension soared as Earth's combined forces prepared for the greatest fight yet. The night sky, once peaceful, now shimmered with the deadly dance of warships, each flash of light a promise of destruction or survival. Earth's leaders broadcast messages of hope and courage to every corner of the planet, reminding people that the fight was for their future, for freedom, and for the right to exist. Arya, leading her squadron again, felt the weight of those words as she stared into the darkness, knowing that humanity's fate rested on their shoulders. The battle to come would be fierce and unrelenting, but Earth's spirit, unyielding and fierce, refused to be broken. As the enemy ships advanced, a surge of power erupted from the Sentinel array, cutting through the Varkari fleet like a blade through silk, signaling that humanity was ready not just to survive, but to fight back with everything they had. And through it all, Arya flew on, a symbol of humanity's hope and strength, shining brightly in the darkest hours, proving to the galaxy that Earth's spirit would never yield. The aftermath of the fierce battles left the galaxy's political landscape shifting like a massive chessboard, every move watched with care and tension. Earth had proven its strength, and that reality began to echo across the stars, forcing many alien civilizations to reconsider their own plans and alliances. Some who once viewed humanity as a weak, backward species now saw a powerful new player rising, one not to be underestimated. As Earth's diplomats moved quickly, reaching out with offers of friendship and cooperation, a web of complex relationships began to form alliances based not just on shared interests, but on fear and respect. But not everyone welcomed this change. The Varkari Empire, wounded and humiliated, sought to regain control. By pushing harder, sending sharp messages demanding Earth's surrender, confident that their ancient reputation as conquerors would force humanity to back down. Earth's leaders, however, refused to be intimidated. They used the Varkari's demands as a way to buy time, all the while secretly strengthening their defenses and improving their technology using data recovered from captured enemy ships. The scientists worked day and night, blending alien designs with human ingenuity to create weapons and shields that no one had seen before. Yet, the game was not played only on battlefields or diplomatic halls. A darker threat grew inside Earth's own borders, a threat that could unravel everything. Intelligence agencies uncovered evidence of a traitor within, someone passing sensitive information to the Valkyrie, undermining Earth's defenses and risking millions of lives. The suspicion spread like wildfire, creating paranoia among Earth's leaders and soldiers alike. Trust, the very foundation of their unity, began to crack. Arya, still fresh from her heroic battles as a pilot, found herself drawn into this shadowy struggle. Her natural curiosity and sharp mind led her to pieces of secret transmissions and coded messages that no one else noticed. Slowly, she began to connect the dots, following a trail that took her deep into Earth's political and military secrets. The deeper she went, the clearer it became that the traitor was someone close to the heart of Earth's command, a person with access to the most guarded information. Arya's discovery put her in great danger, forcing her to hide her knowledge even from those she trusted most. Meanwhile, the Valkyrie used the chaos to regroup and strengthen their position, trying to exploit the division they had created within Earth's ranks. They sent spies and saboteurs to strike at key installations, hoping to cripple the planet's defenses from the inside. But the galaxy, watching this unfolding drama, began to react. Some distant alien governments that had remained neutral now moved closer to Earth, sending ambassadors and military aid, sensing a powerful force rising in the darkness. Others plotted quietly, weighing their options, ready to side with whoever would survive. The chessboard was vast, and each player's next move could change the fate of millions. In secret meetings deep underground, Earth's leaders debated their strategy. They knew the Valkyrie were planning one last massive assault, a final strike meant to crush humanity's spirit once and for all. The question was how to survive it, how to turn the tide without losing what made them human, their courage, their hope, and their unity. Arya, torn between her duty as a pilot and her role in uncovering the traitor, found herself at a crossroads. She risked everything by confronting suspects, gathering evidence, and warning commanders of impending dangers. Her actions inspired others to stand firm, strengthening Earth's fragile alliances and preparing for the battles yet to come. The suspense built higher every day, with the threat of war never far from anyone's thoughts. When the Valkyrie finally launched their devastating strike on Earth's orbital defenses, they met more than just guns and lasers. They met a united planet, ready to fight with all its strength and, more importantly, with an unbreakable spirit. Arya, flying through the chaos once again, realized that this war was about more than survival. It was about proving to the galaxy that humanity had come to stay, stronger than ever, and willing to defend its place among the stars no matter the cost. The final battle was coming, and the tension stretched across the stars like a tightly wound wire ready to snap. Earth's orbit had become a deadly arena, where the greatest fleets in the galaxy were set to collide. The Valkyrie Empire, enraged by their previous defeats and desperate to reclaim honor, unleashed the largest armada ever assembled against humanity. Their warships, vast and armored, darkened the skies with their imposing presence, while squadrons of fighters buzzed like angry hornets, prepared to swarm Earth's defenses. Inside Earth's command centers, the air was thick with urgency and determination. Generals, scientists, diplomats, and pilots worked in perfect tense synchronization, aware that this battle was unlike any before. It was not just a fight for survival, it was a fight for the future of all humankind. The Sentinel Array, Earth's ultimate weapon, had been upgraded and tested through countless simulations, its power ready to be unleashed. Pilots like Arya, now battle-hardened and respected, strapped themselves into cockpits that hummed with energy and hope. Their faces showed a mix of fear and fierce resolve. As the enemy fleet drew closer, Earth's defenses flared to life. Laser turrets on orbital platforms tracked the incoming ships with deadly precision. Missile silos launched, volleys that streaked through space like bright comets, seeking targets with ruthless accuracy. Fighter squadrons surged forward, clashing with enemy pilots in frantic dogfights that lit the void with bursts of light and sound. The battle unfolded in waves, each more brutal than the last. Earth's forces were pushed to their limits and beyond, with ships destroyed and heroes falling, but never yielding an inch. Arya led daring strikes into the heart of the Valkyrie fleet, weaving through enemy fire, her every move a testament to human courage and skill. The galaxy watched as Earth refused to bow. Yet amid the chaos, the secret weapon scientists had prepared was activated a powerful new technology capable of disabling enemy ships without destroying them, a signal that humanity sought peace even in the darkest hour. This device sent pulses that scrambled Varkari systems, causing confusion and hesitation among their ranks. For a moment, it seemed as if the tide might turn. But the Varkari commanders, stubborn and proud, pushed forward, determined to crush Earth's resistance or die trying. The tension reached a breaking point as colossal warships engaged in deadly duels, and smaller fighters darted through the debris of exploded vessels. The silence between bursts of laser fire was filled with anticipation and dread. Arya's squadron found itself cut off, surrounded by enemy ships. Outnumbered but unbroken, they fought with everything they had, buying time for Earth's reinforcements to arrive. In those moments, trust and teamwork became their greatest weapons. Back on Earth, leaders coordinated every move, aware that one wrong decision could lead to disaster. They listened closely to reports from the front, adjusting strategies on the fly. The suspense was unbearable, every second weighted with the fate of millions. As the battle raged on, whispers of the traitor's capture reached Arya's ears, bringing a flicker of hope that the internal threat